Welcome, friends, to the Gamer Down. This is your host, Dark Hoses. And this is just some footage from the get-together Jesse Cox had. The stress test for the RPG Maker thing that he's doing over there. But I thought, maybe there were some people who missed it. I'm sure there's quite a few people who missed it. So maybe you would like to see what happened over there. Now, I won't be talking and narrating through this entire video because it ended up being quite a bit longer than I expected, and I even sped up at least 15 minutes of it. So, anyway, this is just some footage to show you what happened and all the cool people that showed up. Now, I must admit, I am really not an avid Minecraft player. I have the ultimate respect for this game because I understand how people get involved in a game like this and really get into it. Yeah, and it opens up your creativity like nothing else. But this is really the first really awesome Minecraft world I've ever even been in. Now you see there's a giant abacus over there and U.S. flag, British flag. I believe that's a Dutch flag, probably for Manwijs over there. I thought that you guys might enjoy this footage, and as you see, Latron, he's the only black man in Minecraft. I told you. That is so true too. Out of all these skins, there is not one other black guy. So I thought that would be kind of hilarious. Latron making an appearance over here. I had really thought about making this into a Latron episode, but I already have a better idea for it. Something pretty neat is coming out for Latron, so it's taken a lot of work to get it together, though. Anyway, I just thought you guys might enjoy checking out some of this cool footage from the map they're working on. This isn't the actual RPG map, really. It has some of the elements in it. The real map that they're going to use and they're going to open up for everybody is to be released. This was just a stress test on this server to see how many people it could hold, and it got quite a few people over here. I would say, wow, I think that he said there was 100 or so people on, and that's pretty impressive for Minecraft. But anyway, this is about 4 hours or so before things were supposed to, kick off and everything, and it was kind of a little bit disappointing, Jesse, out there. It lasted. It started at 2 o'clock and it ended at 2:03 or 2:04. But I know Jesse got there about 1:30 or so. So he was there for about 45 minutes. But he was being mobbed by so many people, and he couldn't even barely talk or anything like that. So it was like the Beatles in that Help video, and Jesse's running around this map, and there's this crowd of people just following him around. And this is also before I installed the Fly mod. I had to downgrade my Minecraft, and if a lot of people have wondered about that, if you want to downgrade your Minecraft, you just get MC Patcher 1.2 off the Minecraft forums, and you can change your version to anything you like. And to Fly, you must look for the Zombie Fly mod. And if you just look for it on YouTube, you can find the link to the download, and you can also find a very useful video on how to install it. So, yeah, it's real easy to install. And I did install it later, so I got a lot better pictures and views than just being underneath a bunch of crap. And by the way, you spell it Z-O-M-B-E, not Z-O-M-B-I-E. It's the Zombie mod is what you're looking for the flying. If you want to fly in the future with, if you want to join the server later on, because they're going to have a big event later on. This was just a stress test, and this was, just a chance to see Jesse and see this cool little world that they've created. Just check out this giant stadium here. I couldn't even imagine making something like this, It's tough enough making scenery for Latron's videos. It's quite a chore. But making something so detailed like this, I don't know how those guys have the patience, man, or the artistic prowess even, because they do a damn good job. They sure do. Even the cows agree. Yeah, this is a pretty awesome little world they have here, and even cows playing football. So this is much earlier before everybody got on, but there was still quite a people showing up. I feel terribly sorry for that one guy. He said he had been waiting on this server for 14 hours to meet Jesse and things like that. Wow, dude. And a little overboard there, man. 14 hours? I hope you were just kidding, man. I hope you were just kidding. I know that we all love Jesse, and we all like to talk to the guy, but damn, 14 hours? It's pretty funny because I remember way back when Jesse just first started, you know, and it's amazing that how he still communicates with the fans and everything. I mean, I'm nowhere, you know, near where Jesse's at, but you know, it's really hard to communicate with the fans, and especially on YouTube, because there's so many assholes and there's just so many jerks that will tear into you for everything. I mean, just listen to, like, you know, Total Biscuit. I mean, Total Biscuit had to quit listening to his comments a long time ago. And even my small little channel, I still get a lot of bullshit. So I don't bother with reading my YouTube comments, and I don't even have comments enabled on my main page. And there's a good reason. There's a very good reason. You don't want people coming and trashing and spamming your channel up. It's very nice to communicate with the fans, because, see, that's one thing like Jesse does that a lot of us will not do or can't do, and he actually talks to almost everybody. And that's quite a chore to do and keep your sanity, you know, without losing your temper. I guess he's just such a laid-back dude that it doesn't bug him as much. But I've seen lesser men go nuts, being mauled by fans and things like that. Wow, you're getting like Justin Bieber, Jesse. Yeah, you're going to have to get the little bowl haircut, man. That's what you're going to have to do next. But yeah, when Jesse first started, you know, he used to do his podcast, and you could go right in IRC and talk to Jesse all day long if you wanted to. And things have changed quite a bit for the man. He's grown considerably in popularity, and very proud of you, Jesse. Very proud of your accomplishments. Anyway, I believe I have wandered around and shown you as much as you can possibly see. I remember, like, this little area here they were working on in one of the RPG episodes. I don't know. And one of the admins, yeah, he just had a ball just rocketing us around for endless hours. I'm just kidding. I didn't really stay for the whole time, you know. I came in and looked around, and you're pretty much seeing the whole footage from my time there. So, yeah. Dang Cookie Monster after me. There's a lot of Cookie Monsters. There sure are a lot of Cookie Monsters. And there's a lot of Manwis copies. Everybody whipped out their Cookie Monster and Manwise skin. Not too many Latron skins out there. But yeah, this pretty awesome, you know. I mean, just look at the scale of these, like, giant statues and everything. I must say they're a lot more impressive when you're standing next to them, and you just realize, wow, these guys spent an ungodly amount of time on this. But, you know, it is cool. It is neat. You can't really complain about it. And here we go. This is much later on, and this is when a lot more people started showing up, obviously. And it's pretty cool to look at all the different skins. So I'm going to try to give you a good look at all the skins. I tried to go walk up to most of the people and look at what they were wearing. Pretty interesting. Pretty dang interesting. There's a cake guy right there, and there's quite a few Cookie Monsters, like I mentioned before. And maybe you'll recognize that Kiske guy. I believe that's how you say his name. And he's responsible for the world building in the RPG episodes and the RPG Maker episodes that you see. He's the guy that you'll hear sometimes in the background, you know, and he's the ones that is laying out the land and using the what's that, MC Crafter or whatever, that extra little program you use where you can mod the world from outside the game. So yeah, you might recognize that dude. And Thomas, where is Thomas? Where is that Cookie Monster? Thomas finally showed up, and he was a very lively one. And I tried to get on his live stream, but recording Fraps and also being on that, and his volume was just pretty screwed up as well. So I blew that off too. So you're just getting footage from my camera. And you may have noticed that I have sped the video up about double speed, and I'm sure that you would want to sit here and watch it at regular speed, but I just mainly wanted to show you all the people, and I'm sure you haven't probably seen this many people on a Minecraft server before if you are a regular player. I'd really hoped that Jesse could have made this into a real party or a real event or anything, but I kind of half expected this is what was going to happen, you know. I was hoping that we could all get on like a team speak and talk and all that, you know, but it just couldn't happen. You know, just look how many people are around, and you can imagine everybody trying to speak at one time, and Jesse, you've just become too popular for those little close meetings we used to have on your IRC. I miss those days. But yeah, you can see that this place just got rocked and crowded really quick, and the admins were having a blast at our expense. I don't know how many times I died, but it's quite a damn few. Quite a damn few. I got struck by lightning, and until I got my fly mod installed, I was pretty much at their mercy. And it was pretty much just this the whole time, just everybody walking around and looking at stuff, and a lot of mass killing. And a little later, you know, Jesse did finally show up and everything, but like I said, man, he just got mobbed as soon as he walked in the game, and it's really, you know, it kind of sucks because you know, he's such a communicatable kind of person, you know. I mean, he loves to communicate with his fans, and you know, when he wasn't as popular as he is right now, it was really cool because you could have a lot of interaction with Jesse, but he's getting like Total Biscuit now, getting a little too big and a little too far from reach for most of us. He's, you know, getting this circumference of fans and crazies around. I kind of don't envy you very much, you know. I know I'm kind of doing the same thing here and making my own channel, and I plan on continuing this channel as long as I'm around, really. And if I get as popular as you one day, dude, I don't know how I would even be able to handle something like that. I have to hire a secretary. Anyway, you can see that little Thomas Omzit, he set him up a little cake stand, and he was serving out some cookies to all of us hungry patrons. It's the Cookie Monster. He was here eating and serving cookies. It was pretty cool. And here comes when Manwise showed up. My guy must be completely baked 24 hours a day, man. Just like he was saying. Yeah, he seems pretty baked out. I think he spent most of his time setting his own head on fire, you know. So yeah, that was pretty damn funny. But wow, you can just see all the people just, you know, showing up as it gets closer and closer to when like the time was announced, 2 o'clock. And I'm amazingly didn't get any lag this whole time. I had a solid frame rate and really no lag, so I guess their stress test was a success. And I know that I said I wasn't going to talk through this entire video, and here I am talking and talking and talking. I just can't seem to shut up. But here, if you'd like to watch a little of this video, I'm going to go ahead and move ahead to about when Jesse got here. So enjoy the show for a few minutes, and I'll be back to speaking here in a few. And as you can see, Jesse finally did show up and was instantaneously mobbed by fans. I mean, you couldn't even get near poor little Jess. He was just attacked by about 50 Minecraft characters all at one time, just all after him. So yeah, Jesse did finally show up, but you know, he couldn't do very much. He couldn't stop, you know, and talk to us all or anything like that. But there he is. Yeah, you know, it was cool to get to see his skin and get to see his world and all that cool stuff. And it was cool to get to see all these people. Hell, there's even a Hitler right there. And as you see, there are some pretty damn scary skins running around here. Some skins that make you wonder. Yeah. I'm sure they're probably wondering, what is Latron doing amongst all these people? What is a black man doing amongst all these cookie monsters? Nobody really knows. But if you look like coming up here pretty soon, you'll see Jesse again, and he's just being completely freaking mauled and pushed off the map. So yeah, that was about the extent of it all. You know, I'm hoping that the RPG launch party or whatever works out a little bit better. You know, maybe he'll have more time to hang out and talk to us numbskulls out here, and maybe he'll make a video about it. I don't think Jesse is going to make a video about this little get-together. I doubt he would, because you know, like I said, I mean, the dude just got completely attacked as soon as he entered this game here, and didn't even have a chance, really. And here you can see exactly what I was talking about. There's Jesse up there just being completely mobbed by people, and people just pushing him around and pushing him off the map and everything like that. And I didn't install my fly mod yet because I thought they were going to disable fly. You know, I'm glad they didn't. So I had to stop making the video, and I had to go and install the fly mod. It only took a few minutes, but yeah, I was stuck on the ground all this time right here. And do you see, they're harassing little Jess. You know, he didn't get to really hang out at all. And I'm going to speed this up a little bit more again, so you know, it just doesn't get too boring. I hope this video isn't just extremely boring, but I guess if you're a fan of Jesse's and if you're a fan of Minecraft and you know all that, you're not going to be bored. I wouldn't be bored by watching this, you know, because I am a fan of all those things. So hopefully you're not too bored by this video. I know it's pretty damn long and it's kind of a rough edit, but you know, what can you do? I just wanted to show you this, and sort of a live streamish type video. I'm pretty sure for those who didn't get to make it, you know, all they really wanted to see was what happened and if Jesse showed up and what Jesse did, and that's pretty much what everybody wanted to see. And I know a lot of people didn't get to make it onto the server because they had the new Minecraft version and they didn't know how to downgrade it. And I told you how to do that at the beginning of this video. And yeah, this was, pretty much it. Really, I mean, just hanging out and checking out all the cool skins people have, and it's really, nothing too special or anything. And I will have the RPG party and everything when they do launch that, and once they finally get all that together. And I'll show you their map and show you what they've done. So it all should be pretty neat. I think Jesse and all those guys are contacting a mod maker, or have a mod maker working with them to make a really cool mod. So it is something completely new to Minecraft. There is no World of Warcraft type mod out there, really, because of the amount of work it takes. And I know that they put a lot of damn work into what they're planning on doing, and I hope it's a huge success for them. And finally, at this point, I got the fly mod installed, the zombie fly mod, and you get a really good look at the statues and everything. And like I mentioned at the beginning, I don't see how anybody in their right mind could devote that much time to making a statue like that. I mean, I wouldn't have the patience. I'm too ADD to do that anymore. Here you can finally see a really good view of all the people that showed up, and really, good views of all the megaliths that are going on. And I don't know how anybody, like I keep saying, I don't know how anybody could devote that much time to making these gigantic projects. But I guess that's what Minecraft is all about. It's to unleash that creative side and to give you the opportunity. And as you see that they spawned a few, cool objects here, a little kiosk and things like that. And I even found something which I thought was a water slide, but it didn't turn out to really be a water slide. It looks more like a fountain to me. But that's what somebody needs to do. Somebody needs to create a theme park Minecraft world with the rail carts and the water slides and everything, Somebody out there, you need to get committed to that, and you need to make that, because that would be totally awesome. Just make a complete theme park. Hell, I might do it myself, but like I said, I mean, these megalith projects, I would need a lot of help. I'd have to do what Jesse's doing and get an army of people to help you. It's so much damn work. But yeah, that might be an idea out there for somebody to mull over. Set up a real theme park party type place. Have like the cabanas and have the big old water slides that take you around the whole map and everything like that. That would be kick-ass. And then have like the minecart rides and the roller coasters. Yeah, that's what we need. And if you look, you'll catch glimpses of Jesse just running for his life, from the fans. I mean, it reminds me of like A Hard Day's Night, and the Beatles running down the street, Jesse's even got like his super speed on, and people are just all over the guy. Jesse. I don't know what to do with you, man. That is too damn funny. But, yeah. You can see how many people finally have showed up now that the thing is officially started. And I don't know, I mean, probably like at least they didn't really release a total tally on the amount of people that showed up, but last I'd heard it was like about like 100 almost. So there's probably at least 100 people here. Now I think there would have been quite a bit more if people could have downgraded their Minecraft. And I believe old Manwace pretty much shows up pretty soon here. And yeah, that dude, he's completely crazy. You gotta love old Manwace and that little Dutch accent of his. And you might want to lower your speakers a little bit at this point, because Manwace has arrived. He went a little nuts with his lightning, but hey, it's in all good fun. We all enjoyed it. And our little buddy Manweiss, he finally got me. Little Latron flying too close to the ground. Yeah, here if you can maybe see him right here. There was you know, quite a turnout. I always kept seeing that banana monkey chick or whatever all over the place for some reason. She was like everywhere, and it's like a bunch of little ants down there. Yeah, I'm glad I got the fly mod after all, you know. I mean, trying to walk around with that many people pushing you around. And a lot of people didn't have the fly mod. And I tried to get me some cookies, but that guy wouldn't give me no damn cookies. I want my cookie. And with so many cookies and cakes in Minecraft, I'm surprised they don't have an insulin mod, because I'm sure we all have diabetes from this game eventually. All the sweets. And those who are wondering where old Manweiss is, there he is. He's hanging out on his own glasses. And he was over there for a while setting his hair on fire. I believe it's the drugs, you know. I'm sure it's the drugs. Oh, Manweiss, you lucky dog, living in Holland where it's legal to be cool. So Manweiss and I exchanged glances, and I went on my way. But man, I'm really surprised at the turnout. That is a lot of people. That is the most people I've ever seen on a Minecraft server. That is for sure. And it does kind of give you that MMO feeling, you know, having this many people logged in like this. And this was, you know, pretty much it, you know. I know this video isn't maybe all that exciting, but you know, I'm sure somebody out there can appreciate this video. You got to see Jesse, you got to see Manweiss, and you got to see little Thomas Omzit, and you got to see probably yourself if you were there. I tried to make sure that I got most everybody, you know. I tried to show everybody so you could see yourself. We all love to do that. And I know that I love looking at the huge variety of Minecraft skins. A lot of cool ones, a lot of creepers out there today, and a lot of bizarre ones, a lot of homemade jobs I see. And yeah, looks pretty cool, I'm glad I showed up, and like I said, I will, you know, cover the RPG party the grand opening that they have, and that ought to be a lot, you know, more exciting, I imagine. You know, this was really just a stress test. That's all this thing was. And it was for people who missed it. And this is your opportunity to see what exactly happened. You know, you really didn't miss that much. You know, you would have got to see Jesse in person. You would have got to see the statues and everything. And I imagine this server is probably going to be up later on. It went down like after this event went down. So I imagine it's like a regular server, so I imagine it's going to be up later on, and you can probably check it out then. I imagine you can. And after that mess killing by the admin, then we're getting pretty close to the end of this whole event. And, you know, like I said, if you missed it, you know, really didn't miss a whole lot. It was just kind of a get-together. And there you can see Manweiss going totally nuts and setting his head on fire. That looks like fun, though. Poor Manweiss. He's such a funny guy, though. And this is Darkhosis, your host. I hope you've enjoyed this video. And like I said, I hope it wasn't really boring or anything like that. If you were a Minecraft fan, if you were a Jesse fan, then I'm sure you got something out of it. I had fun being there, and I hope you had a good time watching this video and seeing the craziness that went on over there. And there's going to be, a lot more to come. I'll show you any opportunity I have to, show you some more Minecraft things, and I plan on getting back to Latron's hood one day. I have this really good idea, and I am trying to put it together, but it's really hard to do on my own. I'm really not a musician, so I'm trying to get in touch with a good musician to maybe help me out with this next Latron episode. So I don't know. We'll see what happens for that. Anyhow, thanks for being with me.